2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the... before.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center position. Now, here's Richardson. And the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Herter. Pass to Collins. To the left wing. Second shot opportunity. To the wing on the left. Herter passes to Capella. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And the 76ers with possession.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury. Never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Young outside. The 3 ball. The shot comes out. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Intercepted. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Harris outside. Simmons finds Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
Now, here is Young. Here's Capella to the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Richardson outside. Here's Herter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hunter kicks to Young. Misses the 3. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Eibel's checked in. Jumps up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Boy, he's got such outstanding vision for a big guy, and he's a willing passer. He knows the importance of keeping the ball moving.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
So it's Atlanta now. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Bembry kicks to T. Here's Bembry, defended by Thibault. Offensive rebound. Pass to Reddish. Here's Teague. He can't get that one. Nice D from Scott.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now, here's Thibault. Scott, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Passes it to Bembry. Here's Reddish. Feeds it to Dedmon, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Alec Burks checked in for Philadelphia. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-4 run right now. On the wing, Scott. To the middle. The steal. Here's Bembry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The drive by Scott. Wide open. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. Thibault on the wing. Here's Robinson. Rebound by the Hawks.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Snatched up. Jones. Good if it goes.
And you know, Embiid is a decorated defender, a guy who consistently brings energy on this end of the floor.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Reddish out there with Trae Young. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, you got to push Embiid out farther. I mean, when he's this close, he's focused on one thing, wrecking that rim.
Young for 3. Another miss by Young. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
And that one, good. Young's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Got a piece of it. The 76ers leading by 8. Alec Korkmaz standing 6'7". Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. Philadelphia also making some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Burks. The 76ers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon comes in for Clint Capella. And it's John Collins in for Bruno Fernando. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. Huerter passes to Young. Misses the wing J. Philadelphia with the ball. 6-point game. Richardson attacking. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, no easy answer for how you defend Richardson on the drive. Young
outside. Atlanta again missing. The 76ers leading by 8. Back to Korkmaz. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. So for the Hawks, Andre Bembry's checked in for Hunter, and it's Teague in for Trae Young. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Korkmaz. Simmons can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 10. Edmond passes to Herter. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Eibel's checked in. Cowens finds Jones, and stolen by Horford. And now here comes Robinson leading the break, and slam dunk by Harris.
You know, sometimes it's that simple. Just get it up in the air and let Harris do the rest of the work.
Teague against Richardson. The 3. Teague can't hit. The 76ers leading by 12. Robinson for 3. Kept alive. Here's Richardson. Left side, Horford. It's stolen by Jones. Fast break, the Hawks to end the cold streak. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Hawks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. The 76ers also with a sub. Burks is checked in. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now Horford pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Great job by Horford to get up and down the floor in transition that time.
Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Burks looking around. 2 on the clock. Horford. And so we wrap up the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Right out of the gates, it was Philadelphia setting the tone. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on. Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Outside, Horford. Back to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Horford brings a toughness to everything he does on the court, especially rebound.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Collins. Then for the 76ers, Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Richardson. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Scotty's checked in for Al Horford. On the wing, Scott. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Now the pass to Korkmaz. Outside, Scott. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Embiid. The kick out to Scott. Takes the 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 11. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Over Simmons. Misses off the left iron.
You know, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's the 3. Ball's knocked loose. And Simmons slams it in.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
Simmons against Young. Shot from the top of the key. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. A shot by Milton, no good.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Scott kicks to Embiid. Back to Scott. Out to the wing. Embiid drives in. Count that one. Embiid's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
You know, when he's driving, Joel Embiid is really focused on scoring through contact, and he's got the strength to be able to do it.
Young dishes to Dedmon. Back to Young. Over Simmons. And that one hits back iron.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Out left to the wing. Here's Korkmaz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but T is always looking for the right play.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Embiid kicks to Burks. Robinson against Jones. 13 feet away. Tries again. Embiid. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defenses present.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Philadelphia riding a 15-point lead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Bembry out there with Teague, and it's Capella in at the center. So that's the Hawks 5. The Hawks trail by 15. Here's Bembry out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Capella, high post. And the dunk by Capella.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And here's Harris from the arc. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Young. He gets that one.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Out to Harris. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Richardson outside. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Harris outside. Pass to Thibault. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Richardson up top, defended by Young. To the inside, Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
Look at how expertly Horford rolls out of the pick. Not only did he do it with fundamental soundness, but he did it fast, too.
Here's Capella, and the rejection by Embiid. And he's able to get it back. Hunter, no one around him. And the 3 off target.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Thibault finds Harris. Horford against Collins. Harris passes to Thibault. And no good. Good work defensively by Capella. And pushing it up Atlanta. The Hawks again in transition. Here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to Richardson. Second chance shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Oh, nice to see a power forward like Collins throw it down. We know he can hit a three, but go with the easy hoop.
Embiid against Capella. Richardson dishes to Embiid. Left side, Horford. Pass to Thibault. Now here is Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the 76ers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Passes to Horford. Embiid inside. Capella covering. Harris finds Simmons. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 12.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
From deep, Richardson. It's rebounded by Herter. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his three. Can't get it to fall. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K. GA.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center position. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Here's Walker. The shot will not fall. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
Simmons finds Embiid. Makes it off the glass.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
And stolen by Simmons. Only one man back on D. And that one is good.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Hayward against Harris. And Hayward gets it to go.
It just seems to me on the release, you feel like Gordon Hayward's making that basket. What perfect shooting form.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Tatum with it. Lets the 3 fly. And Simmons with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Passes it to Richardson. Over Brown.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Richardson no luck. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. The Celtics shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Williams, he's checked in for Brown. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. Tatum dishes to Kanter. Williams trying to break free, and no good that time. Good D by Embiid. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 4-point game. Harris's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Embiid throws it down.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Wanamaker outside Tatum. And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. Ahead. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Offensive rebound. Here's Cantor. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Tatum against Horford. Thibault the pass to Simmons. Three-pointer. And Boston with the rebound. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Wanamaker missing. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Thibault. Simmons against Williams. And Simmons kicks to Thibault. 5 to shoot. For 3, Harris. Tips it up, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 6 points.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor. Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And here's Simmons for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. 76ers. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed this.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Mike Scott out there with Embiid. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in the shooting guard position. Robinson misses. Celtics trail by 4. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Scott the pass to Embiid. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Williams finds Hayward. Here's Williams. Back to Williams. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And some changes here for the 76ers. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Korkmaz. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Brown in for Gordon Hayward. That's tipped. Pass to Brown. Walker with a clean look. Connects from 3-point range. Walker's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice play.
Burks with it. He's picked up by Walker. Boston leading by 3. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Boston with another.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Scott dishes to Embiid. Back to Scott. And there's the pass to Embiid. Burks in the corner. He feeds it to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
what a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. A nice shot by Harris.
Well, this is an example of the court awareness we talk about with Al Horford. This guy's a very willing passer.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Tice kicks to Walker. Here's Wanamaker. He has 6. Inside, here's Tice, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. The 76ers trail by 3. Richardson gets a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Lobs it up for Cantor, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Richardson up top. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Celtics passing it around, rejected by Harris.
And using his long arms there to his advantage. Opponents got to be mindful of Harris's defensive capabilities.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Boston also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Daniel Tice. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Celtics leading by 3. Down low, Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
And contact on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. He got
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to... Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest deficit was 6 points, and that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in a point guard. And Embiid is right there.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. From deep, Walker bangs home the trifecta. Walker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And the shot is good. Brown's got his first 2 points.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown, the aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude, tremendous.
Stolen by Walker. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7", with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Robinson III comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Richardson, and it's Burks in for Ben Simmons. Robinson kicks to Burks, feeds to Horford, and finished off by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Smart finds Walker. Here's Brown. Back to Walker. To the paint. Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Burks looking around. To the inside. Horford kicks to Robinson. Back to Scott. And stolen by Tatum. Down low. In the corner. Smart with it. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3.
And it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis. Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Robinson drives in. Up again, and it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 8.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
Here's Wanamaker. It's blocked. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Williams.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
Over to the left wing. Now Burks. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Thibault. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Smart. And he lays it straight in. Smart's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Korkmaz passes to Burks. Korkmaz kicks to Robinson. Back to Korkmaz. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Well, the 7-footer showing how easy it can be. Enes Kanter, aggressive.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the... In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Josh Richardson out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Smart. Richardson kicks to Korkmaz. From deep three-point range, they get it again. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Well, Kevin, Al Horford pounding away on the glass. How about the strength in the paint?
Brown feeling out a bit. Top of the key. No good that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Inside. Walker against Richardson. To the inside. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Richardson's got it back down to single digits for Philadelphia.
And you have to be unselfish if you're going to lead your team to great things. And I think Embiid gets that.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Brown outside. To the paint. Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Korkmaz. Defended by Hayward. And Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. No good with the triple. Celtics leading by 9. Brown down low. Guarded by Embiid. Tice, no good. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Thybulle, the pass to Horford. It's stolen by Tice. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Hayward leading the charge.
Well, Jason Tatum at 6'8" with authority. That's nice.
Philadelphia shooting well. They're at 45%. Thybulle kicks to Horford. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 4 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Horford.
And it's the way Horford finishes, beating everyone to the cup, dropping the hammer.
Now, here's Walker. Pass to Brown. Back to Walker. Three-pointer. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 9. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. And it goes down 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Knocked away. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And the first one drops.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Celtics leading by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Celtics.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kemba Walker.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Pass to Brown. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Korkmaz, no good. Brown outside. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Brown outside. Cantor kicks to Brown. Tice. It falls.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for great. A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. Walker surveying the floor. Over Young. Walker's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hunter, the pass to Herter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Herter up there high to throw it down.
Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. It's Brown with the drive. Tice in the high post. Walker with it and guarded by Capella. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Back to Capella. Young against Walker. Capella and the dunk by Capella.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Here's Brown. And he converts the layup.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here is Young. From the arc. They get it back. Capella goes back up, and the shot goes in. Capella's got his second basket of the game.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Shot's good by Walker.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Here's Walker. Good defensive work there by Young.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the dunk by Capella.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Celtics trail by 6. Hayward kicks to Walker. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Here's Walker following the basket by Trae Young, and they pick up 2.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Hawks passing it around. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Walker leading the charge.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now, here is Young. He's got 5. Pass to Hunter. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Walker. And the dunk by Capella.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Getting the and one. Kemba shows off the deft touch he has on the ball. You have to finesse around that hard a defense, and he does it as well as anybody.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Brown.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
He doesn't get the second one. And here we go again. The Celtics in transition. Up the court they go.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
No question there's a high ceiling for Cam Reddish and where that talent can get him to.
Here's Wanamaker. Dedmon defending. Here's Cantor. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. They get it back. The Hawks leading by 6. And here's Reddish. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flagged. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Here's Dedmon with the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Reddish has got 4 points in the quarter.
And I think the length of Reddish right there helped him out with that rebound.
Here's Wanamaker. Here's Cantor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cantor's got his first basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
No hesitation from Teague. Saw a seam and took it, finding a way to nail the shot.
Outside, Smart. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Teague, the pass to Reddish. And Jones has it in the corner. Passes it to the Bembry. Williams against Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Bembry the pass to Dedmon. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game. That sixth sense for when to rise up and deter.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
Fernando, the pass to Young. Now here's Williams. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
The Hawks have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Young pass to Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Smart kicks to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots, even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
The Celtics have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
To the middle, and stolen by Williams. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Hayward's running. Rebound, Atlanta. There's the pass to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They get the rebound. Collins. Now Young. He's got 5. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And no good. Hayward with some nice D. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Smart dishes to Hayward. And a miss there on the triple. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Shots good from Young.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Smart against Young. Smart passes to Williams. Right side, Smart. The kick out to Brown. It's stolen by Reddish. Here the step back. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
1 second left.
Well, you like to see Reddish out there showing this.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Clint Capella had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clint Capella has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Williams, and it's Walker in at the point guard. Walker goes in. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best. Tice kicks to Brown. Walker with it. He's got 11. Over Young. Walker missing again. Atlanta leading by 3. Young passes to Capella. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. And Collins is right there.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint, quick and athletic, able to corral the miss.
Brown outside. Count that bucket. Brown's got 9.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Robert Williams. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Atlanta also making some changes here. Damian Jones is checked in for John Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague.
Oh, grab it out of half.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Jones. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. The Hawks leading by 8. Outside Teague. Pass to Dedmon. Back to Teague. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Celtics going the other way now. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Here's Cantor. And Jones sends it back. Outside Teague. The Hawks working the ball around. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Tatum passes to Wanamaker. Here's Williams. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. And stolen by Hayward. He's got a clear path. Here's Cantor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
This is what makes Cantor so offensively capable. He can not only score, but he draws fouls to get to the free throw line as well.
And Cantor drops them both. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Fernando, that's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
54 seconds left to play in the third. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
A prolific scorer in this league. Walker just keeps getting better. One of the most elusive covers in the game today.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Jason Tatum.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Walker goes in. Cantor. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Cantor's got 6.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Tice. Cantor trying to free himself up. Tice, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. He got it up.
Oh, good work from Jeff Teague to get himself in terrific position to help alter that look.
And so it's at left. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Fernando in at the center, locking down the middle.
Herter showed some great progress in his first year and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Young way outside.
An incredible defender. Smart can provide help as well as stick you one-on-one.
Brown with it, guarded by Hunter. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Shots good from Young.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Cantor. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Smart against Young. Capella kicks to Young. Basket good. Celtics trail by 13. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Brown drives in. Tries from 7. Good as the jump shot falls.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Back to Young. A 3 ball. Another miss by Young. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. And Tice throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Again, Young missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Knocked loose. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. From deep. The long distance three is buried. Young's got 14 points now in the second half.
You start getting the feeling that Trae Young is going to be one of those guys that once he gets into his three-point motion, count it.
Pass to Wanamaker. Brown wide open. He fires. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Cantor. And Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Young taking his time here. No good on the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The 15-footer. And it's Brown missing. The Hawks leading by 9. Knocked away. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good bounce. Tatum, fun to watch.
Young against Smart. From deep three-point range. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Collins with some nice D. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Hawks working the ball around. On its way from Young for 2. Atlanta again missing. Tatum dishes to Hayward. From deep. But he recovers it. Another shot. Misses the shot.
Well, he's very engaged right now, John Collins, defensively, and that's starting to make a difference.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the site of our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got, hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center. And for the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
Young from deep three-point range. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Embiid with it, and guarded by Capella.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also, possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Textbook use there of the pick by Horford. Strong footwork gets him to the shot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Collins wide open, he fires. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The pass to Embiid. Richardson against Capella. Richardson the pass to Simmons. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
Over to the wing. From the stripe and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Richardson outside. Outside for Simmons. To the inside. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got his second basket.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Young's shot is good.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Simmons working it over. It's Richardson on the wing. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Hunter with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And finished off by Collins.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Richardson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young from outside, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Young's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Horford dishes to Richardson. Simmons inside.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Young for 3, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Simmons finds Richardson. Back to Simmons. Richardson against Collins. Here's Horford. From deep, Richardson. Here's Embiid. Horford the pass to Harris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the court awareness from Horford? Quickly grabs the board and doesn't let the possession go to waste.
so good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Richardson outside. Harris kicks to Simmons. Inside, it's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Philadelphia. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Teague dishes to Dedmon. He can't get that one, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Thybulle can't get it to go. Here's Bembry, defended by Thybulle. Dedmon passes to Jones. Back to Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And above the rim finisher, Dedmon gets most of his points right at the rack.
It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the 76ers. Embiid is out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Burks in at the point. Jones against Scott. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Embiid inside, working on Jones.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court. There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Thybulle, the pass to Embiid, and Jones sends it back, and he recovers it. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And Teague, here we go. Here's Bembry, defended by Thybulle. Teague for 3. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Last season, Damian Jones getting ample chances to show what he could do. Not a huge quantity guy, but boy, he made the most of his touches.
You know, Damian Jones, he makes about 2/3 of his shots for his career. He knows what it's about, and that's finishing at the rim. A bit of an old school center in that regard. He lives at the rim on both ends.
Here's Korkmaz, shot clock at 6. Burks dishes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
And it's Jones with the ball for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Then for the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Jones. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for T. Passes to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Back to Richardson. Now here's Milton. And he goes in for the dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Young's shot is good.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trey. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
Poked away, and Trey Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Al Horford, he's checked in for Scott. Harris comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Josh Richardson. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. Here's Simmons. The offensive rebound. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Young's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Simmons passes to Korkmaz. That one is good from Joel Embiid. And it's a three-point Philadelphia lead.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
Pass to Hunter. To the paint, Dedmon. On deep, Collins. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Harris kicks to Simmons. To the left side wing. The three. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Young. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias. Challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
The Hawks again can't hit.
It went in.
Oh, what a shot! Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He ended up with 19 points. And
if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Huerter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at point guard. And here is Simmons. No good on that one. Collins with some nice D.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Stretches the floor nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
They get it again. Pass to Hunter, out left to the wing. Young in the corner. In the corner. Huerter with it. Tries again. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Richardson outside. Kicks it to Horford. Back to Richardson. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The 76ers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Fernando's checked in. Bible with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Burks on the wing. Fires from the corner. That shot, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Reddish the pass to Teague. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Teague's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
On the wing, Milton. The feed to Scott. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Teague drives in, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And there you see the speed of Teague. Always keeps defenders backpedaling.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Milton the pass to Thibault. Now Burks. Right side Robinson. Back to Burks. Now Milton to the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Here's Milton. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
For the tie, and it's Reddish laying it in. Reddish has got his first points in this one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's a minute left in the third quarter. Back to Scott. Left side, Horford. Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
Right here.
Teague against Burks. They now take the lead. Teague's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Milton. T right on him. Burks finds Scott. Back to Burks. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Scott can't get it to go.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Bembry the pass to Teague. From outside, off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bucks ahead as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Harris. Misses from short range. The Hawks leading by 3. Fast break, here they come. Here's Hunter, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Strong drive by DeAndre Hunter. Excellent approach to the game mentally. Knows when to attack and when to defer.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed.
Oh, that was something else.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Young dishes to Capella. And stolen by Horford. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Collins, good.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
And late in the game here, it's just as important to get stops. We'll see if either side is up to the task.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to 1, and the bucket from Ben Simmons. Young taking his time here. Right side, Collins. Now the pass to Herter. Young from deep three-point range. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Back to Harris. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got his first points of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Herter. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Richardson finds Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Passes it to Young. Hawks passing it around. And stolen by Richardson. Now here's Embiid. Pass to Richardson. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Back to Richardson. He kicks it to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup falls. Now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Young passes to Capella to end the run. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And stolen by Simmons. In the corner, it's Harris. Outside, Simmons. Harris passes to Horford. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that one, good.
You can't say enough about Horford's poise in high-stress moments. Thrives when the whole team is counting on it.
Hunter with it, working on Horford. Money!
And we've talked about Collins becoming a go-to scorer. Important points right there.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Back to Simmons. Collins with some nice D.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Richardson for three, off on that one. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. That was a fun night of basketball. And the 76ers showing off their style. As
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, D.A. Thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. Now here's Walker. Three-pointer, Hayward. Horford with the rebound. And so Horford will bring it up for the 76ers.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
Now Simmons, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Embiid, the pass to Horford. Back to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Horford kicks to Richardson. Shoots over Walker. Richardson missing again. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Tatum passes to Walker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Simmons feeling it out a bit.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Tice kicks to Walker. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Richardson, no luck. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Brown finds Hayward. Brown with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Tatum against Horford. Here's Tice, and Tice throws it down.
Great guy to pick and roll with. Tatum could do a number of things, and you see his passing ability.
It's Richardson on the wing. Stolen by Walker. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown's got the ball. Finished off the break.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Harris outside. From outside the arc. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's the break. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Did you see how Hayward just made that pass? You got to say, man, he's got some vision.
The 76ers trail by 8. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Wanamaker. And the rejection by Embiid.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smart dishes to Williams. And now the 76ers on the break. Robinson down low, working on Williams. They could use a bucket. And Boston with the rebound. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
The pass to Cantor. The dish now to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Smart up top, defended by Thibault. Here's Cantor. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
A terrific at keeping pace with his man.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Jason Tatum. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position. Brown is checked in for Tatum. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks.
With a guy as strong as Smart, tough to contain him without fouling. If you play straight up and down, he'll go right through you.
And he makes both free throws.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Simmons passes to Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
There's Brown with the 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And determining Brown's ceiling, I mean, how good of an outside shooter can he become? I mean, to me, that's the only question. But he may have already exceeded expectations.
On the wing, Milton. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Celtics leading by 7. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Kanter inside, guarded by Horford. Brown down low, and stolen by Harris. And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. Josh Richardson's checked in for Shake Milton. Here's Simmons. On the wing, Harris. And it's off from three-point range.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
And the Celtics making a change here. Walker's checked in. Here's Horford. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
To the inside, Horford. Second chance shot. Richardson finds Horford. Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Horford.
Oh, he's a supreme competitor. Simmons, he creates second chance opportunities with his hustle.
Inside. With the second effort, and the layup is up and in. Simmons got 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game.
With this shot area quickness, Walker can usually carve out space from mid-range.
Simmons with it. 6 points for him. Richardson with it. Picked up by Brown. Back to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Here's Wanamaker. Here's Williams. The kick out to Brown. Walker taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. The 10-footer finds the target.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Richardson right side. Harris outside. Off target from three-point range.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Walker with a clean look. Again, the miss by Walker. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's Harris. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
That's just the big boy muscle of Harris, a real energizer who just fights through contact on his shots.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. And it's Jason Tatum in for Brad Wanamaker. To the paint, here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Well, you can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Burks kicks to Scott. Down low. Back to Embiid. Out to Harris. Embiid. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 5. Kenny, give us your take. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaway.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively. 6
on the shot clock. Here's Embiid.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Smart passes to Tice. That shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What athleticism from the young guard. Simmons is excellent at cutting into the heart of the defense.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Robinson's checked in for Tobias Harris. Richardson against Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Good reading the pick and roll. I like watching Tatum operate and taking what the D gives him.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Kemba Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Walker kicks to Hayward. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Hayward outside. Brown feeling it out a bit. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
The 76ers with another miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
And finished off by Brown.
Look to run. Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
Richardson against Walker. Outside for Robinson. Inside. Embiid, no good. Boston leading by 9. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
The near 7-foot wingspan of Jaylen Brown, I mean, the hops. This is a guy who can dunk on anyone.
Outside Robinson. At the elbow, Horford. Milton finds Horford. Robinson for 3. Rebound, Boston.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Walker with it. Robinson on him. Tice. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Tice has got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Richardson. No good again that time.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Tice.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brown wide open. He fires. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Tice has got 10.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by Boston.
Here's Walker. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hilton the pass to Richardson. He kicks to Robinson. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
And he's able to get it back. Brown outside. And the dunk by Brown.
With great physical and athletic tools, Brown's adept at pushing past contact.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Celtics up. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Round the small 4 with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Passes it to Tatum. Launches a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Celtics lead by 20. Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph.
Oh, wow.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Tatum kicks to Smart. Pass to Tice. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
You talk about an unsung hero, Daniel Tice. Last offseason, he agreed to a 2-year deal with the Celtics worth $10 million. Just another great signing by Danny Ainge.
The 76ers making a switch here. Korkmaz is checked in. Harris finds Scott. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Scott's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution. And see, Webb, when you look at all that Tice provides for this team, it's amazing he doesn't get more credit.
Well, you're right, Jay, but he is surrounded by great players who deserve to attract the limelight. But he can rebound, defend, set picks. He can stretch the floor, and every year he continues to improve.
And so it's Boston with it. Tice passes to Tatum. That shot off, so Philadelphia will take it the other way.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief.
Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
Well, this is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Walker with it, outguarded by Simmons. Here's Tice. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And here's Smart. To the middle. Here's Tice. Smart trying to break free. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
And here's Harris from the arc. No good. Boston leading by 17. And here's Brown outside, kept alive, and Tatum stays with it.
The anticipation, the length. Tatum maximizes the opportunity on both ends.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. It's Smart with the drive. To the paint. Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Here's Scott. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
Here's Scott. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
That free throw, no good. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And then for Philadelphia, Al Horford. He's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Here's Williams. That one doesn't go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. From deep, Richardson. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Kanter. Back to Williams. The kick out to Brown. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 21.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
First free throw is good.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass. Kanter finds Green. Here's Wanamaker to the inside. And stolen by Scott. Here's Simmons. And the 76ers get it back. But they get it back. For 3, Harris. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A view of the Atlanta skyline. And with tip-off coming up, we've got...
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, D.A. Thanks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center position. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in... Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Pass to Capella. Young against Walker. Goes up on the wing. They grab their own miss. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Tatum against Collins, and the dunk by Tatum.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Hayward looking around. Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely and finished off by Brown.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Here's Capella. 2 free throws coming up. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. From deep, Walker drops in the tray.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Young, here we go. That one good for 2.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
Walker the pass to Hayward. Right side to Walker. Here's Tice, and Tice throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound, and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Young against Walker. Lets it go from 11. The shot comes out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Tatum dishes to Walker. Lets it go from deep. And it's Walker again missing. The Hawks trail by 4. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Young. And then for Boston, Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. He's off on the second. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Passes it to Kanter. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. No good off the front iron. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Left side, Smart. Dishes it to Kanter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Boston shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Brown. The dish to Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Hawks trailing. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Williams. Reddish. And the pass to Bembry. He dishes it to Reddish. A second chance effort. He can't hit that time.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Atlanta, you've got Reddish. Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the 4. Williams kicks to Smart. Uses the glass to finish the layups.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Marcus Smart's game, right? Just because you make contact with him doesn't mean he's not going to finish.
And Dedmon throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Williams gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
How about the little man's ability to get up? What a vertical by Jeff Teague.
Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. Here's Williams. Jeff Teague with the rebound for Atlanta. They've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Feeds to Reddish. Over Williams. A shot by Reddish, no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Smart deciding where to go with it. Here's Wanamaker. It's stolen by Reddish. And here is Teague. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams passes to Smart. Celtics passing it around. Here's Wanamaker. Boston. No good that time either. Hawks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Williams with the steal. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop.
Now that's about amazing quickness. How about Marcus Smart's ability to beat everybody up the floor with that burst?
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. Left side Williams. Hayward outside. No good from outside. Taken away by Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. The coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. So, guys, the courtside administrator has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violation. So, a good use of the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility for these sorts of plays around the rim, it seems impossible now to imagine not having replay review. This time it works. They reverse the call, and I think that's a good thing for all parties.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. He feeds it to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul him.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 1:17 left in the second quarter. Capella with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Collins. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 7 points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Smart passes to Williams, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
The Hawks making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And here's Young from the arc. And the call will be against Damian Jones. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
They like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
Young with the ball. Puts it up from 12. That's good on the jump shot. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Williams passes to Williams and finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
And Young kicks to Jones. About 3 seconds between shot and game play. Fires at the elbow. Young's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Brown outside. No good on that one. Tie game in Atlanta. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that'll do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being defensive-minded player yourself. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point. Enes Kanter's checked in for Boston. The Hawks leading. And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Inside. Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Young fires away from outside. And Boston with the rebound.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Collins with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got his first bucket in this one.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Brown outside. Here's Kanter. Passes it to Tice. And here's Walker outside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Tatum. They're running. Here's Tice. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Atlanta calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague for Young. And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside Collins. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Moves so well towards the rim. When Collins attacks with that kind of ferocity, puts the defense on their heels.
And so he makes both from the line.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Here's Kanter. Boston, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 3. And here we go again. Atlanta on the break. Teague can't hit.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Brown wide open. He fires. They get it back. Kanter pass to Tice. Tries yet again, and it's in there. Tice has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Teague against Walker. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
And it's Tice in the corner. Outside, Walker. And it's Boston with another. It's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. Makes it off the glass. Teague's got 8 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Walker taking his time here. Kicks it to Cantor. Walker the pass to Tatum. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Walker finds Tatum. Back to Walker. From downtown. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Bruno Fernando. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Collins. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Gordon Hayward comes in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Brown. Shot clock at 5. Here's Young. And that one goes long.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here is Young. And stolen by Hayward. Down low, here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question. Oh, he nailed it.
Wow. And it counts. That's a miracle.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the 4th? Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Wayne Dedmon is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. For 3, Hayward. Unable to get that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Herter, guarded by Walker. Dedmon trying to break free. Here's Capella. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Walker finds Smart. Back to Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, big part of what Kemba Walker does that makes him dangerous, scoring off the move. How about that body control, guys?
Young outside. Again, Young missing.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And the dunk by Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Smart goes in. The pass to Tice. Back to Smart. Clock at 6. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta. Then for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Wanamaker, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Capella, the pass to Young. And he gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
That one drops for him.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Young's shot is good.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 10 points for Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum under duress, big moment, no problem.
Hunter, the pass to Herter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A 2-point game. Brown, good.
Oh, Jaylen Brown with the big shot, proving hard work pays off.
Young outside. The shot from the low post is good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Back to Brown. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And finished off by Collins.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Brown drives in. For Atlanta, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the Celtics making a change here. Walker's checked in.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
Walker against Young. From deep. Can't connect. And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. That was, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.